Starting on the stairs, we are going to focus on getting that heart rate up, getting our blood flowing. After that, we are going to get into our mobilization and activation. As you can tell, I'm using the band. We have a leg day today, which I really want to get that burn in my glutes. So I'm going to focus on driving through my heels, gripping with my toes, and squeezing my glutes at the top. First superset, we have 4 sets. First exercise is 10 reps of back squats. So getting under that bar into that squat stance, you're driving through your heels, gripping the floor with your toes, squeezing at the top, bracing your core, shoulders are back, keeping that chin tucked, and keeping that spine in a straight, strong line. Next, we have 12 hip thrusts. When we're doing these, you're setting yourself up so that your back of your bra band is on the end of the bench, driving through your heels. You're trying to once again keep that spine in a straight, strong line, squeezing your glutes at the top. Superset number 2 for 3 sets, we are starting off with some barbell RDLs for 15 reps, getting ourselves in a narrow parallel stance. You want to make sure that you're driving that bar from the mid of your shins all the way up, squeezing at the top, keeping your chin tucked, shoulders back, core braced. We are pairing that with some barbell alternating lunges, 10 reps per side. With this one here, you want to make sure that you're lunging back with that back foot at least 90 degrees, getting that back knee as low as you can without it touching the ground. You're squeezing your glutes at the top, bracing your core, shoulders are back and down, and you're trying to squeeze that bar onto your back. Last circuit, and I hope you're ready for a burn. We have 2 sets, and we're starting off strong with some banded lateral walks. Band is going above your knees. You're driving through your heels. Feet are still narrow. You're driving your knees out, taking tiny steps. I want you to feel that burn in your glutes. Core is braced, shoulders are back. I hate these, and that is all, but we have some alternating jump lunges, 12 reps per side. We're really trying to focus on getting that back knee low, shoulders are back. And just to really make sure that you can't feel your glutes tomorrow morning, we are finishing off with 20 per side of banded donkey kicks. When you're doing these, you want to make sure that your hips are squared. You're driving your heel up to the sky, squeezing your glute as hard as you can at the top, making sure that there's no arching in your back. Today's upper body and core mantra is we have to do the things we struggle with if we want to get better. There is no way around the hard, only through it. And that is the best mantra for the best upper body and core day. Pull-up training for 3 sets. We are starting off with pull-ups for 8 reps. And when you're doing these, you really want to focus on getting your chin over that bar, pulling your shoulders wide, squeezing your shoulder blades back, bracing your core. We are supersetting that with a 30-second dead hang, which is exactly that, a dead hang. Pulling your shoulders back, bracing your core, trying to stay as still as you possibly can. First superset, we are supersetting 8 reps of these overhead barbell presses. You want to make sure that your core is braced, there's no arch in your back, and you're driving that bar in a straight, strong line overhead. Next, we have our 10 reps of barbell bent rows. When you're doing these, we're in that hinge position, chin is tucked, shoulders are back, spine is in that straight, strong line, driving that barbell anywhere between your nipples and your belly button. Superset number 2, we have 12 reps of lat pull downs. This one here, you want to make sure that you're pulling that bar all the way down to your chest. Shoulders are back, squeezing your shoulder blades back every rep. Next, we have pause push-ups for 12 reps, getting yourself set up so that your wrists are stacked underneath your shoulders, slightly wider. You want to make sure that the top of your head to the bottom of your toes are in a straight, strong line, taking tiny sips of air, holding a 2-second count hold at the bottom, dropping down to your knees at any moment. I'm so incredibly proud of you, and I hope you're feeling so proud of yourself. You're almost done. This is the last circuit, and we have 2 rounds only. Last circuit, we are starting with around the world for 30 seconds a side. You want to make sure that you are driving your elbows in the ball, doing tiny circles each side. Followed by side plank raise for 40 seconds a side. We are in that side plank, making sure your hip is up, bracing your core, pulling that shoulder back. You're driving that arm in a straight line from forward to back. Last one of the day, we have 15 reps per side of heavy Russian twist, making sure that your chin is off your chest, shoulders are pulled back, and knees are glued together. Also, don't forget to stretch. With my current split right now, I'm really trying to grow my glutes, and so we have a second glute day. We are going to, as always, get started with that warm-up, then followed by our mobilization, and then we are going to get our glutes activated. As always, I'm going to be using my band. I'm going to be doing a couple little banded exercises just to make sure that I'm really targeting my glutes. Today's workout is strength focused, and we are starting off with 5 sets of 8 reps of our back squats. Getting ourselves in that squat stance, we're making sure that we're trying to get at least at that 90-degree depth and then driving that bar all the way up, squeezing at the top. Since it's a strength day, I am upping my weights and seeing how heavy I can lift. Next, we have 4 sets of 12 barbell hip thrusts, which means I want to go heavy with these. I'm driving through my heels. I'm really trying to drive and squeeze my glutes at the top. I'm keeping my chin tucked, and we're going as heavy as we can. This is also a reminder that form over ego. So always make sure to check yourself. How is my form, and can I actually go this heavy? And if you're feeling good and your form is good, then you go heavy. Next, we are doing a paired superset, which means you're doing all the reps on the one leg before switching to the other. And we're starting that off with 12 reps of barbell split squats, followed by 12 reps of kickstand RDLs. When you're doing these, you once again want to make sure that your chin is tucked, your shoulders are back, and you're squeezing your glutes at the top. I know you're getting tired, but this is the point that I want you to connect with yourself and say, I've done hard things before, and I'm gonna do them again. We have 2 more exercises, and then that is it. So let's get into these weighted jump squats. Focus on your explosive movement and really absorbing that weight. You have 4 sets of 12 reps. Lastly, you have 3 sets of 25 reps of kettlebell swings, keeping that chin tucked, keeping your spine straight. You're using your hips to drive that weight in between your legs all the way up, squeezing your hips at the top. Be so proud of yourself because you just did that.
You're sitting down fully, driving with your heels, gripping with your toes, squeezing at the top. 2. Foot's gonna come up, drive it into your chest. All the way down, drop it down, bring it back. Taking a step on, squeezing at the top, bring it back down.
Driving through those heels, squeezing at the top, bracing your core. So strong, team.
So proud of you for being here.
Yeah.
5, 6, almost there. Bring it back 4, 7, 8.
So strong. Seconds left, you're almost there. I'm a big full body strength girl, so this is one of my favorite days, so let's get the sweat. Starting off with a deadlift, we have 4 sets of 10. You're getting yourself into that narrow parallel stance, making sure that the weight is on the ground. You're fully resetting your shoulders, which means you're pulling them back and down, keeping your chin tucked. Your spine is in a straight, strong line from the top of your head to the bottom of your back, and you are driving that weight, squeezing at the top, exhaling at the top, inhaling as you come down. Our superset has 3 sets of 15 goblet squats and 15 reps per side of single leg hip thrust. So for the goblet squat, you want to make sure that the weight is right on your chest, exhaling at the top, inhaling as you come down. And for the hip thrust, the back of your bra band is on the edge of the box and you're driving through that heel. These are body weight, so really focus on that burn. We have 3 sets of this first circuit, and our first exercise is going to be 12 reps of our banded pull-ups. As last time, I don't have any bands with me, so I'm using my gym's assisted pull-up machine, and I'm really just trying to focus on driving my chin over that bar. Next, we have a single arm bench row for 10 reps per side. When you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're rowing the opposite arm that's on the box, and you're squeezing your shoulder blade back and down, making sure that there's no arch in your back, bracing your core, and making sure that your shoulder doesn't drop. Last one for the first circuit, we have 12 reps total of our pause lateral raises. For this one here, you want to make sure that you're squeezing your glutes, bracing your core, shoulders are back and down, making sure that your arms never go past your shoulders, where you're holding it for 2 counts before dropping it down. We're almost there, let's finish strong. The first exercise that we have is a 45-second weighted tabletop. So you put the weight at the bottom of your back and you're making sure that your wrists are stacked underneath your shoulders and your knees are stacked underneath your hips. Next, we have dead bugs. I wanted to do these weighted, and so I'm doing 30 seconds aside. I'm trying to smush my back down onto the ground, bracing my core, extending my opposite arm and opposite leg as close to the ground as I can. And the last one, we have 10 per side of alternating slider extensions. For this one here, you're trying to keep your elbow as close to your body as you possibly can, extending the slider forward. Another sweat done, and I'm so proud. We are finishing the week off with Metcon, and Metcon, in my opinion, is going to be the toughest workout, both mentally and physically, but it's the workout that you end feeling so proud of yourself because you know that it was hard and you know that you wanted to give up, but you pushed through and you finished it. I've been struggling with consistency, and so I wanted to do the TFGG LIFT program to kind of get back into a routine and get myself back into the gym, and this was exactly what I needed. I'm now doing my second week of block 1, and I have never felt stronger and more consistent and just like on it with my training. And so I really wanted to take you guys through my week of workouts to kind of just show you how to get back into it if you're feeling a little bit off with your workouts. Now that we are warm, we are mobilized, and we are activated, we are ready to go. We have a Metcon workout today, which means we have 2 big circuits, and we are going to get through 3 rounds of each. We are going to get started with some kettlebell swings. When you're doing your kettlebell swings, you want to make sure that your hips are what's driving the weight. Your arms are following the movement of your hips. The top of your head to the bottom of your spine should be in a straight, strong line, bracing your core, keeping that chin tucked. Next, we have some lateral step-ups. You can definitely weight these if you wanted. I wanted to focus on my balance and really slow the movement down, and that's why I'm doing it body weight. When you're doing this, you want to focus on driving through your heel. You're driving that weight up, bringing that knee all the way up to your chest, keeping that foot flat, bracing your core, shoulders are back. You are standing tall, you are standing proud, and I want you to feel that squeeze, feel that burn in your glutes. High knees absolutely get me, so really focus on keeping those shoulders back, elbows in tight, bracing your core, you're driving those knees up to your chest, and we're really trying to focus on taking tiny sips of air and focusing on staying in till the end. A tip when doing core exercises is imagine someone punching you in the gut. The initial reaction of bracing your core, that's what you want to do every time we do an exercise that works your core. I thought these socks were pretty fitting for a box jump day, so let's hope they actually get me to jump all the way up to the sky. Always remember to start low and work your way up as you get comfortable. You want to start close to the box and use your arms as momentum, making sure that your foot is fully on the box, absorbing the weight. So we're trying to land softly, we're not trying to land like we're heavy elephants. Everyone's favorite, we have burpees, making sure that we're hitting that straight plank every single time. We're getting that explosive jump up, bracing your core, shoulders are back, hands are flat on the ground. We have 10 reps. Skaters are next, and you're wanting to drive your body laterally side to side, absorbing the weight once again, using your arms to drive your momentum from side to side, bracing your core, shoulders are back. Let's finish off with some strong mountain climbers, and that is it. You are done. I'm so proud of you.